One of the cheapest na Snapdragon 8 Elite andito na sa aking kamay. Introducing the iQOO Neo 10 Pro Plus. This is being powered by the latest na Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite, 6,800 mAh ang kanyang battery with a 120 watts na fast charging support. Grabe, di ba? So why should you bother buying the Realme GT7? You tell me. I'll tell you after this quick intro. So itong bagong iQOO Neo 10 Pro Plus na may 12 gigs of RAM and 256GB of storage currently priced at around mga 27,000 pesos, which I'll post the link on the description box below or just simply click the product link para mabili ninyo ito. Now, one of the good things dito sa kanya is medyo na-amaze ako sa kanyang design. Yung kanyang design, no, mukha siyang mga malilit na tiles sa pinagtagpi-tagpi, no, with different colors, and it looks quite nice and quite parang pixelated siya. Yung kanyang feel is quite different, no? And honestly, natuwa naman ako sa kanya. Now, this one has a plastic back, plastic sides, and I'm not quite sure kung anong glass protection na meron dito sa kanya. Though I'm pretty sure na meron tong certain level of scratch resistance, hindi ko lang nabasa sa official spec sheet kung ano nga bang kanyang glass protection. Now, this phone can support 2 nano SIM, yun nga lang hindi gumagana ang 5G ni Globe and Smart. Pero sa dito, gumagana siya. And by the way, this one is also IP65 dust and water resistant. One thing to like this is quite manipis ang kanyang bezel and quite symmetrical naman all throughout yung kanyang 4 sides. And malit din ang kanyang punch hole to my liking. Yung overall na feel niya, I would say na sturdy naman siya. Nice ang hawakan and hindi siya yung feeling plasticky, no? Though I know it's a plastic material, pero hindi siya feeling cheap. Now, this phone is being powered by the latest na powerhouse ni Qualcomm, which is the Snapdragon 8 Elite. 3nm chip, and nung sinalang ko to sa Antutu benchmark, nakakuha siya ng 2.62 million points. For me, quite high. Ito ang kanyang breakdown score. 6,190 ang kanyang loop score sa Wildlife Extreme with a 66% na stability. Sobrang likod ng kanyang thermals and it throttled to 68% ng kanyang best performance. Checking ang kanyang Geekbench, kanyang CPU benchmarking, and ito ang kanyang GPU benchmarking. Now, pag-usapan naman natin ang kanyang battery. This one has a 6,800 mAh na battery, which is a silicon carbon na technology. So, probably the reason kung ba't hindi siya ganun kabigat. This is just weighing at around mga 210 grams and pretty lightweight naman siya, not so heavy. And this one also supports 120 watts na Vivo flash charge dito and giving you super fast charging. Around mga, siguro matatapos ang charging mo in just 25 minutes from 0 to 100. Now, pag tinanong mo naman ako kung kamusta naman ka ng battery life, I would say the whole day mong gamitin, basta normal usage, wala kang maging problema dito. For me, makunat naman ang battery na itong phone na ito. Now, pag-usapan natin kanyang display. Malaki kanyang display at 6.82-inch na LTPO AMOLED display with a 144Hz screen refresh rate. Support niya HDR10+, 4,500 nits, and meron siya 91% na screen-to-body ratio. Now, if you're browsing naman sa inyong mga favorite socials dito like Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter, honestly, it will give you a really good immersive experiences kanya. Swiping across yung mga reels mo, ma-enjoy mo talaga siya dahil sa kanyang high refresh rate and very buttery smooth din naman ang every single transition dito. Na kung nanood ka naman ng videos dito on YouTube and on Netflix, expect to give you a really nice immersive experience. And one thing na napansin ko din dito sa kanya is that matipid din siya sa battery. It's because na meron siyang LTPO na display. Sarili siyang bababa up to 1 Hz kung hindi na kailangan and aakyat siya ng 144 if you need it only. Now, since this phone meron siyang stereo speaker, isa sa ilalim, and the other one nakatago dito sa kanya earpiece, check lang natin kung malakas nga ba.
Gang, 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 gang.
Not bad. Ang kanyang sounds quite good, ah. If you're sound tripping on Spotify, I'm pretty sure na okay siya. Now, I did play 4 games dito sa phone na ito. I tried Wuthering Waves, Genshin Impact, Call of Duty Mobile, and Delta Force. Pagdating sa Wuthering Waves, okay naman ang gameplay ko dito. Sinagad-sagad ko ng graphical settings, and honestly, I expect nothing less but a really good immersive experience dito sa game na ito kasi kayang-kaya naman ni Snapdragon 8 Elite. Now, one of the things na napansin ko dito sa kanya is very responsive naman ang kanyang touchscreen, and another thing na napansin ko is that malakas naman ang kanyang sound to the point na hindi ka mabibitin sa sounds. Pero nung tumatagal ang laro ko dito sa game na ito, there's just a slight na delay na na-feel ko. Siguro may konting frame drops along the way. Habang naglalaban ako, no, yung medyo mainit na yung labanan, eh napansin ko lang siguro there's just a very minor na frame drop. But overall, the gameplay was really good, and after 30 minutes of gameplay, 40 degrees Celsius ang inabot ko. Pagdating naman sa Genshin Impact, okay na okay rin ang kanang gameplay kahit sagad-sagarin mo siya, no. One thing na napansin ko sa kanya is really nice ang kanyang graphics dito. And another thing naman na gusto ko din dito sa kanya is maganda naman grip ko dito sa phone na ito and giving me a good experience dito sa kanya. Another thing is yung kanyang sound is quite good. Therefore, hindi mo na kailangan maglagay ng headset dito or TWS just to enjoy. Habang nagka-clash kami on a certain point, wala naman na-feel the frame drops or whatsoever along the way. And the gameplay was definitely immersive. After 30 minutes of gameplay, 40 degrees Celsius. Pagdating sa Call of Duty Mobile, smooth na smooth ang kanyang graphics. I was able to play an R dito sa kanya nasa sobrang ganda ng gameplay. And honestly, I was able to play several VR matches dito sa kanya. And the gameplay was really nice. Ang sarap lang siya pang kill time. Honestly, wala akong masasabi dito sa kanya except sobrang smooth na experience ko dito sa kanya. The sounds are great, and pinakamainit na inabot ko is just 35 degrees Celsius after an hour of gameplay. Pagdating sa Delta Force, equally nice din ang kanyang graphical settings. I was able to also play for quite an hour din dito dahil sa sarap ng gameplay. Medyo nakaka-addict tong game na ito, si Delta Force. And medyo win streak ako kasi halos yung team ko, malakas din yung team ko that time. So, tuloy-tuloy lang yung wins namin. No? And honestly, wala akong na-feel naman ng downside dito sa kanya. Wala akong na-feel na frameless kanya. Siguro, as long as you have a good internet connection naman, wala kang ma-feel na lags dito sa kanya. Now, one of the things na magusto man dito is malakas naman kanyang sound. So, yung mga gunshots, marinig mo talaga na malinaw dito sa kanya. So, after 1 hour of gameplay, nabot ako ng 36 degrees Celsius. Now, pag-usapan natin ang camera on this phone. This one has a 50MP na main camera sensor with OIS, 8MP na ultra-wide lens, and this one can let you shoot up to 8K and 30fps. And ang front-facing camera is a 16MP which can shoot you up to 1080p and 30fps. Now, let's check out some of the shots na kuha natin dito sa iQOO Neo 10 Pro Plus. And take a look at this very simple shot. Honestly, I was quite amazed na magandang shot na ito. This is a very random na quick snap ko lang. And ang ganda ng pagka-capture niya. Very fast mag-focus and ang linaw ng kuha na dito sa building. And you'll see the details dito sa kanyang mga clouds sa likod. And taking a look at this gloomy na photo, though yes, it's a bit gloomy, pero makita natin, no, yung kanyang reflection dito sa kanyang building, yung glass, is looking quite good naman kanyang pagka-blue. And yung mga cloud is gray kasi medyo gloomy that time around. Now, if you're just walking around the vicinity, kung kumuha ka ng mga shots ng mga puno, quite good, medyo sharp mga photos na nakaka-capture ko dito sa kanya. And if you're just simply taking a quick snap lang naman sa vicinity, this camera can definitely perform. I was really surprised sa kanyang capability. Now, tinry naman natin makumuha ng different shot dito sa kanya, and starting off with the ultra-wide shot, normal, 2 times, 5 times, and 20 times zoom. Now, honestly, I was surprised na medyo okay pa rin siya after 20 times zooming. Pero yung kanyang pinakamalinaw is probably up to 5 times zoom. Checking more quick shots natin while I was walking, and okay naman kanyang camera. Honestly, I would say na hindi ganun ka-saturated ang kanyang pagka-green and just more of the natural feel na which is looking good dito. And itong shot na ito, I was quite amazed din na ang bilis naman na mag-focus kasi medyo mainit that time. And nilabas ko lang camera ko just to take a quick snap. Mabilis naman na-captured. Pati ito, ang ganda ng kuha niya, blurring all the way to the background. Now, if you're taking some flower shots naman on outdoor, expect mo naman na this one could definitely perform, giving you some really great snap while you're outdoor. Now, pag indoor food photography na pag-uusapan natin, okay rin naman makukuha dito sa kanyang camera. And taking a look at some of this shot na nakuha natin, honestly, quite good ang food photography dito sa kanyang camera, which to my surprise, na not bad talaga. Lalo na itong shot na ito, no? Ang ganda ng kanyang details. And taking some other quick snap dito sa kanyang camera, looking quite good naman ang mga food photography na nakuha ko. Now, while on indoor, kumuha naman tayo ng mga some plant shot. Okay, very nice, very sharp. And pati itong mga ilaw on the ceiling, maganda rin naman mga nakuha ko. Pati itong mga gown na nakuha natin, quite nice. And pag zoom in mo, makita mo naman mga details ng beads. Overall, I'm quite happy with its camera. Kahit itong wine shot na to, very simple, pero, well, ganda naman ng snap niya. Now, pagdating naman sa selfie camera, honestly, no, it's looking good, pero hindi lang siya ganun ka-sharp. No, I was expecting it to be a little bit better, pero there are times, no, na napansin ko lang sa akin mukha, parang oily tingnan. Pag zoom in mo, parang shiny. Yun lang siguro hindi ko masyado nagustuhan dito sa kanya. But overall naman, pag hindi mo zoom, looking okay naman ang camera. Not the best, pero pwede na. Quite good naman siya for its price point. And since naman si iQOO Neo 10 Pro Plus is a gaming phone, so they may not be really focused on giving you one of the best selfie camera out there. But honestly, I would say na it's quite decent naman. But there are times na medyo soft nga lang siya. Now, if you're on indoor, pag medyo walang ilaw, ganito mapapansin mo, soft siya. Pero kung nakapagkuha ka ng magandang lighting, medyo mas titino siya looking like this one. Now, if you're using the front-facing camera, honestly, no, pansin ko medyo parang nagbabago yung kanyang ilaw na flicker. Didilim, liliwanag, didilim, liliwanag. Parang yun ang medyo hindi ako natuwa dito sa kanyang front-facing camera and medyo shaky. Pagdating naman sa rear camera, dito naman sila bumawi. This is very stable. Maganda rin kanyang resolution at 4K. And yeah, honestly, one thing na nagustuhan ko sa kanya is sobrang smooth ang pagkuha dito kahit walang gimbal. Now guys, bakit ko masasabi na okay itong iQOO Neo 10 Pro Plus? First of all, maganda ang kanyang design. And probably one of the things na magustuhan mo dito talaga sa kanya is that this is one of the most budget-friendly na Snapdragon 8 Elite so far. Dahil sa kanyang presyo, I would say sobrang worth buying itong phone na ito compared sa Realme GT7. Si Realme GT7 9400E, which is less powerful than a Snapdragon 8 Elite. Probably mahambing mo siya sa SD8S Gen 4, which is less powerful than this one. Yet, mas expensive siya. Equally said na malaki rin ang kanyang battery at 6,800. Si GT7 has a 7,000 mAh. And fast charging din to at 120 watts. And probably everything na makita mo on a GT7, you might see it also here on this phone. And tayo naman being practical, why spend more if you have a really good alternative like this one? So guys, kung gusto nyo malaman kung saan nyo pwede mabili itong phone na ito, I'll pop it on the description box below or just simply click the product link. And kung nagustuhan nyo itong video na ito, don't forget to share it to your friends. And a quick sub sa aking channel is definitely awesome. I'll see you in my next video. And so, ako para si Richmond and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.